Productivity gurus will tell you that a cluttered mind pushes your brain to a cognitive overload. Now, I understand why I and most creatives like me hate making art. Not because I'm bad at making things or I'm uncreative, because my creative mind has been in overload for the past decade, starting and stopping on a constant creative loop with years worth of unfinished projects. I begin to wonder where where will my life be if I declutter my creative mind? How do I map out what I'm creatively procrastinating? And most importantly, how can I break the dreadful loop of creative failure?
Hello, welcome to my channel. Oh my gosh, it took forever to figure out the setup because this is a brand new format for me. So this was a chore. But anyways, hi, my name is Vianas, and you are watching my channel, Vianas World. Did you think that I was just gonna post and ghost? No, we left that in 2024. So today we're gonna be going over the premise of creating before it's too late. The thing that I alluded to in the past two videos, but what the foundation of it is, Creating before it's too late. My main objectives are to establish my creative process, creating and finishing my projects that I've been neglecting. I would have recorded that and I would have been that big. I would have been so mad. You are a creative person. You probably deal a lot with stopping and starting projects. I started a pajama project where I went to Joann's, I got all the fabric, I bought a pattern, I cut out all the fabric pieces, and I never made it. And that happens to me more often than I'd like to admit. I have done that for so many years. For some reason, when you are a creative person, your mind is always going through 7 different avenues at once. And so when one becomes too challenging, you start another one. I want to say like the past decade, I've been doing that with projects. For example, that pajama project, like 7 or 8 years if I'm being kind to myself. So this is going to be my first phase of finishing the creative projects that I established. Mainly get rid of anxiety when I'm starting a new project, allowing myself to have a clean slate with my creative endeavors. When I'm creating a new project, I always have in the back of my mind that I have 10 several unfinished ones. It makes me feel guilty when I'm trying to create something new. Eliminating the guilt when trying to create a new project. These are the projects that I currently have unfinished that I would like to establish and make better for myself. And decluttering my creative mind and also my spaces, my creative spaces. I have so much unused material. It's just been accumulating over the years. These are the, like I said, current projects that I have. A lot of clothes that I actually want to upcycle. Shirts that I want to upcycle as well. I have these pajamas like I was talking about before that I bought and then I never finished. I lost the pattern. So I don't know how to put this together and I may just recut the pieces and make something else. An OK doll. I have a Claudine doll that I wanted to do paintings that are left over that need to either be redone or refinished. Also, side note, I went back to that painting that I showed in the last video and I added some finishing touches and I'm pretty much sure that it's going to be done. Lip gloss, a little bit of lore about me. I used to have a lip gloss business. It just fell through. So I have old lip gloss products that I want to make in a video. I have Ableton Live, a mini little keyboard in the pursuit of learning how to play music. I also have like 3 guitars. I have 1 bass. I have like a ukulele. I have a keyboard. I have all the materials to make music. I just don't know how to read music. I just fell off for some reason. I'm sewing a bag. So yeah, these kind of bags, this really bow, girly kind of aesthetic, like I said, an Angel Kiss kind of inspired bag. There was this clip in Goodfellas, and this sweater cardigan has been in my head since then, and I've always wanted to remake it. So I may remake the sweater cardigan, or I may do an actual cardigan dress. I have a silk shirt that I want to turn into a purse, screen printing shirt, self-explanatory. Universe dolls are a crochet project. Last creative project was Nosferatu inspired. I was obsessed with this movie, the new one that was based on Robert Eggers' book. I created an entire outfit inspired about this. I put it on my TikTok and my Instagram, shameless plug if you want to follow me there. Crocheted bat earmuffs with this. Nosferatu painted silk dress. Crochet spider web inspired bra, the lilac choker, cycled a creative, a vegan leather bag to go with the bag. I made this eyeball charm and a bat, and I call that bat Petunia. Petunia, that's how I spell it, alright? I don't care. I think it's an E in there too that I'm missing. Who cares? So these are the past creative projects that I've done that are also fueling this kind of momentum style of documenting for myself with these creative projects. Some ground rules for myself. Number one is really hard for me, but no procrastinating. We're going to say procrastination in the name of perfection. I cannot spend like days and days and days on end perfecting a specific project if it's not allowing me to move forward. Number two is be consistent with the posting on social media, on your specific platforms. I need to be posting consistently in order for this to work is one of this, and it's just completing all of my creative projects. I cannot keep going over and over and over the same thing every single time that I want to create a piece of work. No self-deprecation. If I'm not happy with a project, I have a really hard time with not doing any self-deprecation there, like, oh, it's not a big deal, and that also goes into owning my creations, not downplaying myself, not being humble. Yes, it's a big deal because I poured time and energy and effort into it. That should be the mentality that you have with your creative projects. And it's not in a cocky way, it's just being confident in yourself. You have to be confident in this world. Nobody's going to respect you. Nobody's going to want to be around you if you're not a confident person. I'm not talking about fake confidence. I'm talking about somebody that really believes in yourself. Explore new ways to create. A thing that keeps you in a rut is always trying to revisit the past and make things re-mirror what was going on in the past. So when I first started a lot of these projects, for example, those pajamas, I had a very specific intention in mind. I was really trying to make those pajamas. I was trying to make a cute little two-piece for myself. Now I probably can't even fit those pajamas. Those were for like a child, like 9 to 10 years old child. Myself accountable, kind of going back to the consistency issue. As a creative, if you were just allowing yourself to weasel your way out of your projects, you're never going to be able to accomplish what you want in this life. The goal here, again, is not perfectionism. It is momentum. It is a momentum-based challenge. The objective is to complete old projects and not stay stuck in a creative rut, because the easiest way to stay in a rut is thinking about all of these things, all of these ambitions that you have, but you're never taking action behind them. No shaming about the past, because the past is the past. I can't teleport to the past and make myself create all these projects. I can't make myself more momentum based from the past. I'm a perfectionist. I'm somebody that really was enforced of the idea of being very precise and perfect, and I'm unlearning that now in this creative phase of my life. Putting myself out there is huge, and being uncomfortable. I need to be forcing myself to get opportunities, and that takes to be uncomfortable. Images that I also wanted to put on here because I thought that these images really displayed this creative rebirth. These are all from Pinterest, so if you are the original creator of this, please don't get mad at me. I've been in this stage of getting ready to blossom, but I've never given myself enough nutrients to get to the point where I can show this beautiful flower on display. And this is the point where I'm growing past and elevating past the point of procrastination and perfectionism, and allowing myself to see who I truly can be. Me, when I obsess over my life experiences, applying analysis and intense calculations to discover truth and meaning, versus me when I allow the essence of life to flow through me as is, without judgment or question, realizing that the truth can only be felt, not thought, offering a fleeting moment of peace and understanding. You have to go after your dreams and ambitions with your chest. I've been creatively poor for a very long time. I've had this idea of what I want to be in this life creatively, what I want to accomplish, the accolades that are there, the work that it takes to get there is something that I've been really poor with holding myself accountable, with not making myself a priority and not having creative hygiene. I've just been watching and consuming so many people create things. I've been looking for the content that I want to produce out there, and nobody has made it yet. Obviously, I have inspirations. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and claim that, oh, I made this format up, oh, I did this, oh, I did this. Anyways, art is just a conglomerate of building on top of your inspirations and making it something of your own as well. And so what I'm looking for in this world has not been produced yet. I want to see somebody take themselves from a phase of no creative energy, not really making consistent work, into somebody that is accomplishing their main goals. Main goals are to grow this YouTube channel, be full-time in my art career. I'm a mixed media artist as well as a multidisciplinary artist. Now I'm primarily focusing on acrylic paintings. So I'm trying to relearn the skill of sewing as well as doing some mixed media work. Plan on expanding in the future. Like I said, music is a really big thing that I really want to get into throughout this journey, and learning how to make and produce music, and I'm gonna document it. Another thing is building community IRL and online. When I see other creative people win, even if I don't know them personally, it inspires me and it motivates me to keep moving forward. Having a consistent creative practice for myself, whatever that looks like for me, I'm going to figure it out. Having a body of work, trying to find my creative voice, not a specific style. The challenges, the things that I've gone through, and the successes that I want to have is something that is really, really important to me. Inspiring other artists to accomplish their goals, as well as making it tangible, finishing what's holding them back. I know a lot of creatives go through exactly what I'm going through and what I'm describing to you as well. You can see that there's kind of an earthy inspiration here. Building stable new identity that fulfills artistic projects, results, and stopping getting into a rut, having incomplete projects, hitting an artistic wall, transformation of identity, setting the stage of a rebirth, and the ability to shift into creating better for your artistic career. This is for you if you're hitting a wall in your creativity and you're feeling like, where do I go from now? How do you get past this point of having all these projects and things to do that you started and stopped? And how do you complete them? You get into that creative mode, that just is something that doesn't even faze you. Like, I spent an hour, like 3 hours creating and finishing that piece that I have. I really wasn't thinking about like, oh, when is this going to be over? When am I going to get finished with this? I was thinking about, I love this process right now. I'm really focusing on the details about this. I love creating. I think we're going to start off with these paintings. Technically, we've already done these Nosferatu and all this kind of stuff. I think that if you were a creative, I would really implore you this first week to think about, compile a list of creative projects that you've started and not completed, already finished projects. Where do you want to go? What are your creative goals? Answer these 3 questions for this week. Like, what are you started? Like, you know, what do you want to complete? Where do you see yourself in your artistic creative career? And this doesn't have to be that you're an artist, like a visual artist, or you're doing anything that's inherently creative. If you're doing marketing, where do you want to go? Like, what marketing projects have you done? What software development projects have you done? Like, this can be applied to basically any avenue. Learning the lesson. One of the ground rules should also be, put yourself out there. My own opportunities, because there's nobody that's going to fly out of the sky and be like, hey, Vianas, you have this opportunity to be in a gallery. Here you go. Here's a buttload of money. Like, as much as I'd like that to happen, I have to create work and I have to show up consistently. Also, make creations, because I can't be out here being a creative that makes no work, and that's the whole emphasis. You are wanting to join me on this journey, I recommend you subscribe, and you can find more. I'm more active on TikTok and YouTube. I've also posted some new stuff on TikTok and Instagram. I'm more active on Instagram and TikTok because it's short form, but this is my main central hub right now. I'm going to be writing on Substack as well. I feel so called to like write. I digress. Follow me on my social media. I hope that you stay with me on this journey. I hope that you participate as well. And that's pretty much all I got. Bye. if you're wondering what is the setup, today we're doing a little bit of school.